Karibuni sana to this channel, Raising Geniuses. Today we have a guest. Our guest is a student in the tech world, and she's going to tell us more about herself. Karibu sana.
Thank
Tell
you.
us your name, what you do, where you come from.
My name is Wambo Karanja. I'm a computer science student in Kenyan University, fourth year, final semester. And I'm also a software developer and an aspiring cybersecurity specialist.
Wow.
Yes.
Computer science, software engineer, cybersecurity. Good.
Yes.
We are going to come to each of those. So tell us, we are here to tell our parents, if they have children who inspire to do a technical course, where they should start. So where did this passion come from for doing software and tech courses?
So in high school, I'm a very practical person. And in high school, I loved computer studies. So you're taught how to use Excel, Word, those technical skills that are taught in high school.
Okay.
And after I finished high school, I knew I wanted to do something regarding computer. I didn't know about software development that time, but I knew I wanted to do computer. And the course that was going on around that time was computer science.
Okay.
It was known to be a hard course, but I'm a sharp girl. So I decided, with the help of you, I decided to do computer science. I didn't know exactly what I was getting into, but immediately I started doing computer science. When you get into the tech world, you get to know that coding is like it's like knowing how to speak for human beings.
Oh.
So in the technical world, coding is, you need to, especially in those cybersecurity, software engineering, AI, machine learning, you need to know how to code.
So coding is
It's
basic
the
level.
basic level of everything.
Okay.
So when you go to computer science, you're taught everything.
Okay.
Everything, machine learning, cybersecurity,
Okay.
anything tech.
Yes.
So I came to see that you need to know how to code.
Yeah.
So when I was in second year, I decided to pursue coding in Moringa.
Okay.
And I did software development, and that's where I learned how to code.
Okay.
And the beauty of just sitting down and creating something, like you see an app and you say, I'm the one who's coded that thing.
Yeah.
It's the best thing. And that time, that was 2022.
Yes.
Coding was not known like it is right now.
Okay.
Right now, everyone is coding. Everyone
Yes.
knows how to code.
Yes.
So then it was a really good skill. So immediately I finished, I started pursuing jobs and looking for things to do.
Yeah.
I became a teacher. I was teaching these schools, British schools, robotics and coding. Yeah. And then after that, now I got my first official job. Yeah. I was working as a software engineer somewhere, and then after that I went to do my internship, where I worked, and then I became a project manager. Okay. So that is where I actually becoming a project manager in a group of men. Yeah. So I was working with men only. I was the only lady in the team. Okay. And by default, they tend to give you the jobs, the soft jobs, like coming up with the maybe user journey of the platform. Yes. So as you move on, you end up becoming the project manager, because by the end of the day, you're the one who's asking, is this done? Is that done? I said we do this feature, is it done? So I ended up becoming the project manager. And then even learning now because I was dealing with older developers, so I learned so much from them. And the reason why I'm studying, I want to do cybersecurity, is because software engineering is a bit redundant, because it's just creating and creating and creating, like it doesn't stop. So, and everyone is doing software engineering, unfortunately. And even with the emergence of AI, it's going to be harder and harder as you move, because now most of the things I'm doing, someone else can do. AI can do it. But with cybersecurity, even when an AI system creates when an AI creates the system, it needs to be secured, and it needs people to sit down and secure the system. So that's why I'm aspiring to do cybersecurity. Okay. Yeah.
Let me take you back. So you did computer in school. Yes. Those are computer studies?
Yes.
So this is going to the computer lab and being taught Excel and all that. And then you had the passion. What course exactly did you choose in the university, and which university was this?
I chose computer science.
Computer science?
Yes.
Okay. Which university?
KU. Kenyan University.
Okay, good. So after how long did you decide to go to Moringa? You talked about Moringa.
It was 1 year. I think it was after my first year of uni.
Yes.
Yes.
So why did you decide to check Moringa?
Because to be honest,
yeah.
From my personal experience, and I think everyone in uni can agree with me, especially doing tech, you don't gain skills in uni.
Okay.
You gain the theory bit, which is very important.
Okay.
You'll be told, maybe, like for example, coding, I coded Hello World in uni. That's all I did. And it was on, and it was on paper, not even on the laptop.
Yes.
So they teach you how to code Hello World and maybe how to do 1 + 1.
Yes.
That's it.
Okay.
So they've taught coding. That's their thought of teaching coding. But so I saw the need of moving to another school that actually, for like right now, some schools you'd go degree software engineering 4 years, but I learned that in 6 months because they're actually schools that teach you these technical skills in a very short period of time. Okay. Which is what I'd prefer, because if I didn't do that, I'd not be having any skills.
So what would you say is the challenge with the public university that you went to?
It's syllabus.
Okay.
So syllabus change is hard.
Yes.
Because like what I'm studying now is what maybe my dad studied or my brother studied, who's 10 years older than I am.
Yes.
So because it's a uni and it's a uni that has been functioning for long, them changing the syllabus and the teachers actually agreeing they don't know is a problem. Okay. So if you go like right now, I bet you I know more than my lecturers do. Okay. So if my lecturer will come here and teach me things that used to trend in 1990s.
Yes.
But if I sit down and actually teach my lecturer more things now than he would. Okay. So changing the syllabus and forcing them to go back to the drawing board because they need to learn for them to teach. Yeah. So forcing them to go back to the drawing board is a big problem.
So based on your observation and opinion is that you've studied for 4 good years, but the syllabus is not as updated as the tech is coming out.
It is.
So you had to go out and find a college somewhere you can do a crash course on software engineering.
It is not. It's nowhere close to, because right now for my basic language right now is JavaScript.
Yes.
In uni you're taught Java. That is like the great grandfather of JavaScript.
Okay.
So it's a very old language, and that's what we are taught in uni. So many languages that don't even function now. You'd need a very old computer to run the language.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good. So one course is done in 4 years, another is done in 6 months, and you're saying the length doesn't matter. The 6 months course is better.
Is better, because you're taught less theory.
Yes.
More practical. So you're taught do this, do that, do that. In class, in uni, you just go sit and you're taught.
Yes.
Just taught reading PDFs. That's it. No practical, no nothing. Yeah.
Good. Now let's go to the point of now you've done software engineering. You're still doing in campus exactly what you're doing right now, computer science. What do you do when you get these skills, or what have you been doing with the skills you've got?
So number one, when you get these skills, you need to know it's not enough.
Okay.
Even in Moringa, whatever I was taught, it was just the basic. It's just raising me up a bit. But I need to learn on my own. Okay. So first of all, you need to connect yourself, be on platforms where developers are. Okay. Because things change, you face problems, you don't know where to move. Every as a developer, every challenge, every bug I found, someone in 2012, July 3rd, had the same problem. Okay. So number one, you need to understand it's a learning process, and you'll never stop learning. Okay. Number two, you need to continue developing. It's a skill. So whenever you sleep on it, you'll never be able to become perfect on it. Yes. So create dummy systems, create system for yourself. If it's Valentine's, create a system for your boyfriend. You know, if it's just create systems for you to gain skills, because the more when you're creating a system, at some point you need to research, and the point of research is where you learn. Yes. So for example, I want to create a platform that takes in images and maybe converts them to video. I don't know how to do that. Yes. So I'll need to go and research. Yes. So that point of researching is where now I'll be able to learn. So you need to create systems, create and create and create, learn from others, collaborate with other people, because people are very smart. If you sit down and work alone, you'll never learn.
Good. So I have a question for you. What exactly is taught in the computer science and the software engineering course, what, in simple language, what is taught?
Computer science, you're taught everything.
Okay.
From the hardware of the computer to the software. I remember in first year, the first things we were taught is how computers started. So you're taught a computer that was taught in 1830, a computer that was used in 18, how it was connected, how it was working, how it was computing. That is what you're taught in uni. And
so
then,
that is the first year of computer science.
the first year.
What do you get at the second year?
The second year, now you're taught things like how do machines, now from the first year you're told we were using a machine that was this big, now we're using a machine that's this big. What did we reduce? How come the size has reduced yet the functionality is it's high? And then you also taught things like you also taught the theory things, like if it's project management, what do you do? How do you start a project? What is the project life cycle from the design to the planning to the this to the this? You know, in software engineering, you're taught answer, start. In software engineering, you start at the design phase. You start designing. But in computer science, you're taught from the beginning. Like you survey the problem. So you're taught all the everything. You're taught hardware. So in computers, everything. It's too broad, right? So the fact that it's too broad, they don't have time to get into specifics. So you touch on everything. I've learned machine learning. I've learned cybersecurity. I've learned communication skills. I've learned all those things.
All these in small doses.
Yes, in very tiny doses. Sorry, let me just say, there was a semester I learned 12 languages in one unit. That's how brief they are. Languages. And when I tell you this, they're like, it's like PAL, ADA, languages you've never heard of. This syllabus, it's a very old syllabus. So they teach you all those things in one semester, you know, just to make sure, just to say they've taught you. But in software engineering, it's different. So software engineering, there are two parts. There's front end, what you as a user you see, back end, the engine of the system. So you're taught in that way. So you're taught in front end, you can use this language and this language and this language, and because each language has how you write it. Back end, same thing. There's this language, and that, and you write both differently.
So like you're in year 4, you're just finalizing your year 4. What has been different now, graduating from year 1 all the way to year 4 of computer science, so that now we can talk on software engineering?
So I think currently, this is, for me, this is the most interesting unit, a semester for me in uni, because I'm learning something called, I can give an example, decision support system. It's very interesting. So it's how managers can use systems to make decisions for them. How can I fetch data from different systems and then I bring it here, it does the analytics for me. That's interesting. In first year, it was just a lot of this computer, how does it work? Whoever, George T, whoever made a computer in 1822, how did he do it? And would be examined on the same. But I know for there, it's actually things I can be able to use. I'm learning about ERPs, like systems that I can actually sit down and create, or when you tell me an ERP, I do actually understand because we've been taught. So I can say from first year, it's the more you learn, the more practical things get, and they align with the industry standards. Okay, good. So the computer science teaches you the basics of understanding the market, being ready for the market of the computer space. And then you don't go into languages and deep tech, so you're just on the surface. Tell us about software engineering. Software engineering, you learn, now it's the opposite. You see, now software engineering is a unit of computer science. So it's like taking this finger of my body part and studying it to the T. That is what software engineering is, a body part of computer science. So you take software engineering and study it to the T. Under software engineering, there's so many languages you can learn. Languages are invented every other day. So it's for you to pick what's best for you. Because by the end of the day, if you use one language and I use one, we'll get to the same point. It's like speaking English and Swahili. We are still communicating. That's it. Same thing in software engineering. So you're taught, for example, when I click a button, what happens? Because you don't just click a button and things work. What is the science behind it? What is running for me to be able to click this button and then go to this next bit? So it's a lot of practical learning in software engineering.
Okay, good. So This 6 months crash course that you did, you say gave you more insights.
Yes.
So what exactly do you think the software engineering space, the focus has that will accelerate? Maybe a user here, our parents, want to know, do I enroll my child first to do computer science or first to start with software engineering? What would you advise them?
Let me not advise, let me just give, and then someone can decide.
Share your opinion, yes.
So my opinion is, if I was to go back, if I was to go personally, the way I've done it, I think I've done it so well. Because where I come from, a degree is a must. Yes. Right? A degree is a must. But I thank God I didn't wait to finish my degree, or I didn't start with Moringa first and delayed my degree. Because right now I'd be fighting for my life trying to finish my degree. But the fact that, because uni, there's so much break in between. So if you're someone who values degree, right? Let your child do the degree, but in between those 9 million breaks, make sure the child learns something. Because I'd say also in the tech industry, right now companies maybe don't want to know where you studied, what you've done, but they want to see. Because in school you can learn a lot, yes, but can you be able to solve problems? I'm here telling you, maybe my users are facing this and this problem. Will you be able to sit down? Because you're not taught that in school for sure. In school you're not told how to solve problems. So a boss, an employer wants to see. If I tell you, for example, I want this type of system, and most of the time this will come with problems. An employer doesn't want to know how you're going to, they just want the problem solved. So when I give you my problem, will you be able to solve it? You understand? So having that in mind, and also you, maybe where you come from, or you as a parent, you value the degree. You can have both. As long as you're ready to sacrifice, because again, these small courses, they're very expensive. You're learning for 3 months, but it's more expensive than doing your degree. Because for me, even doing software engineering for the 6 months was more. It's actually like double my degree, my whole degree course, right? So if you, because I know people who didn't do a degree. I know people who finished high school, and those are the parents who really don't care about the degree. I know people who finished high school, got into Moringa or any other school, and now they're thriving. Right? There's someone who did that, but anaendelea, they want a master's. You can't do a master's without a degree. So it's for you to.
You said it's more about the skills, but for you advise that get the degree. So just go to a university and do the 4-year course, and then ensure as you're studying the 4-year course, you get the additional crash courses. Whether it's in software engineering, which is the other one.
AI, machine learning, data analytics, cyber security. It's good. So that by the end of the day, it's a win-win for you. Because if you do the short course, at some point too, you might, I don't know, you might need your degree. Now you don't have it. Or you're going to, because for me personally, I wouldn't want to do my degree when I'm old. I want to do it when I'm young. So if I, for example, delayed, now maybe this is when I could be starting my degree. That wouldn't be fun for me. You know.
Good. What's next after you finish your degree?
So right now I'm a software engineer. I want to do cybersecurity. So I want to study it and practice it. I still won't let go of software engineering, because by the end of the day, that's my base course for me. That's my base career for me. But I'd also want to do cybersecurity. And maybe do masters.
Very interesting. So let's discuss about opportunities that are there. So you are just about to get to the market. Tell us of opportunities that are there between when you're studying your 4-year course or the 6 months course. What opportunities are there that you can immediately hold on to, or what opportunities are there after school, after graduating?
So in my class, in my group of friends, I think all of us are working at the moment. And it's because of
still in
coding.
School.
It's because of coding. But the only challenge that would give is when you tell an employer, most of the time, I think it's the traditional way of thinking, which I think is changing as time moves. So when you tell an employer, I'm in uni, they're like, do you really have the skills? Will you be able to manage this and this and this? But right now it's changing, because as I said, I have some of my friends who've been working since first year, meaning these employers didn't really need to know what you studied, what you're doing. Can you solve this problem for me?
The skills are the most important.
So when you're in uni, in IT, it's very possible to have a job, but you must have the skill. You must have the skill. So we are privileged to be working, all of us. So you can imagine after uni, when now you can boldly say you finish school, the opportunities are even better. And the fact that while in uni you've worked and you've gained the experience, and your CV is fat, you know. So when it comes to, but like now, for me, I've worked several jobs. So when I'm going to apply for a job, I'm not starting from scratch, and my standards are a bit high because there's a salary and there's a standard skill I can't agree. You can't employ me to come do Word for you or to do Excel for you. No. But someone who's never worked before can do that. But for me, I don't want to do that because I know I can do better. And doing that will make me be paid less.
So you have more skills even as you're studying. So that when you finish, your CV has years of experience and you can be able to continue.
Yes.
Now, viewers, thank you very much for watching. You've heard from Wambo that tech is not for men only. Tech is for you to start where you are. You can decide on a 4-year course. You can decide over 6 months program, even a 3 months program. But the skill set is the most important thing. Employers are looking for tech people, not only here in Kenya, but globally. As we hear, a person is earning 1.5 million and they're employed by a tech company in the US. So let's invest in tech for our children. We also heard that if you have a child who is 3-year-old and older, maybe up to 17, make sure you start introducing them to digital literacy. As we say, starts from the home. Make sure you show them how to use the tablet, the computer. Number 2, make sure the school where they go is adopting digital literacy training, and make sure that in all these things, we keep them updated with everything that comes in, whether it's AI or anything that's coming to the world of tech. So thank you for watching. Let's keep raising geniuses one episode at a time. Thank you.